I thought that we got stuck. Survival note. He sits upon the throne of lies. His whole existence is based on deceit and manipulation. If you find this note, then that means you too have succumbed to this false prophecy as well. The Master has been around since the dawn of man. That must is true. Everything else, the chains, the great sea chains that will make men immortal, to make men gods, is all smoke and mirrors. His true goal is chaos, apocalypse. As I write this, I am one of the few survivors of his last ceremony, where I watched hundreds of my so-called brothers and sisters, initiates of the chains, transformed into awful, venomous creatures. At first we were also enamored with his presence, with his promises, that we ignored the obvious red flags. He came to us in our dreams, summoned us like a divine spirit. His strict orders for all of us to have a zero communication with the outside world should have been a warning sign. Then there is that hulking shell of a man they call the gatekeeper, that poor soul who, even after his sons were murdered by the master's hand, swore allegiance to the damned con artist in the exchange for immortality, robbed of his own property, surrendering his mansion to the master. He truly has nothing left to lose. He is walking testament to the master's ruthless. If you are reading this, you must run. Only death and suffering awaits for you in his company. Lovely. Dang it. You don't want two jobs to become the norm. It's leaning that way in Texas. Oh dear. You will wait until the dust settles with both jobs and interviews, and then you'll see. One job has a future, insurance, vacation, good time, good pay. The other job is just something to do for cash. Okay. And you also live in the major city. You used to work with a lady who did 3 jobs and went to college. Oh fuck. And you think she had a kid? Don't remember. I haven't seen her in a long time. That is something. Yeah, that indeed sounds really, really stressful. Hoping that she is fine as well. They are looking for me. I need to get out of here fast. Where you live, 2, 3 jobs are normal. Just to make ends meet living in a tiny hole of an apartment. That kind of makes you think like people keep saying that you need to have something else to do as well, you know, besides job. But if you have 2 to 3 jobs, do you have anything else? Need to go back. Because I do have feeling that, well, of course it could be me being wrong since I have never had 2 to 3 jobs at the same time. But it just makes me really feel like, is there anything else than working at that point? Do you even have time to use the money other than apartment? It can be a nightmare sometimes. Yep. Blood. I write this under great duress, as the cult have begun to turn hostile towards me. One night, 2 of the members of the cult, higher-up members of the Elder Circle, burst into my room, rifling through my things and demanding they see my manuscripts and research. When they discovered my translation tool, they became quite livid and tried to apprehend me. A struggle ensued in which the cultists, mightily triggered by their awful brew, tried to bite and scratch at me. I managed to escape through a hidden exit I'd constructed behind one of the library bookcases. Fortunately enough to have my backpack on hand as I ran through the estate, and the inebriated cultists were unable to keep up with their shambling movements. I've been hiding out on the edge of the estate, finding a small cove near the shore to take shelter in. It is here that one can really get a sense of the fog that enshrouds this place. Yet even through the mist, I think I can see an island of the distance, or perhaps a lighthouse of some kind. I've tried to escape by swinging out, but as soon as my feet touch the water, I become violently ill, as if some invisible power is forcing me to stay here on this wretched island. You used to have two jobs, you barely had any time left over after working. Can imagine. Skull Island. Wait, what? Skull Island. Skeletal. You live in a dire hole of apartment. It's just saying it's the norm. Also, you have a number of underlying problems in terms of health, and I just don't know what you're going to do. If you do get to two jobs, your friends will understand, and it may kill your social life, but at least you can put forward an economic future for yourself. Because you don't know what's going to happen to heading to your friend's wedding. Well, I do hope that that would be something that you wouldn't need to skip. Science, it has sounded like it's something that you do want to do. Your job situation might actually improve soon. You must send a proposal to your corporate overlords to make an actual employee instead of contractor. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. How are you feeling about it? If you don't mind me asking. This must be the helicopter that Paul talked about. There is a handheld transceiver inside. Well, yeah, both
Hello?
Bright and Firm are your friends, and it
Paul?
will be great to visit overseas for the first time, really.
Alicia? Yeah, it's me. I suppose you found the helicopter. What's going on?
Paul, I think I'm ready to leave the island. I've looked everywhere for Emily. I can't find her. And the cultists. They're closing in on me.
Are you sure you're ready to leave? You know what happens if we come back empty-handed?
Please, Paul, just hurry. They're coming.
Okay, just sit tight. I'll be there ASAP.
I have a feeling that we're gonna have to fight. Hi Horoscope, how are you today? You're good getting ready to put your desk together. Happy to hear. Combat is so good in this game. Agree. You're hopeful, but you wouldn't be surprised if they deny it. It would cost them money even if you should be an employee due to how much you work for them. Well, let's hope that they wouldn't deny it. How did they land that helicopter with those trees like that? No idea. I guess he's a hell of a pilot. At least. If it's not gonna explode, I will be confused. Really? Ah, the most amazing boss battle you ever seen. Okay, the beginning of the game was a fucking masterpiece and I really enjoyed it. The music throughout the whole game and the graphic wise, it felt like playing Resident Evil again with the modern graphics. However, the boss fights were mostly the same fucking dude. The same fucking dude over and over again. And the puzzles became more random at the end of it. Some of them didn't even make sense. Some of them, like at the beginning, they were good. But what closer to the end we went, they were becoming more weird.
Queen, it is time to hydrate.
The story, however, I don't fucking know. Like, it made sense, then it didn't, and then there was this guy who we met at the beginning of the game, and then we met him at the end of the game, and he was the one who were like, oh yeah, I have a helicopter, let's go away! Like, that was so, like, it could have been a really good ending. There would have been epic boss fight or something, and then it's just, Paul, come save me, let's get out of this island! And then very anticlimactic, very anticlimactic. It reminds me of was it the Resident Evil 1 that I managed to somehow bug? The way that the final boss just never appeared. Reminded me of that. Thanks for the GGs. Was the ending underwhelming? He was AFK. It didn't feel like ending the game. It didn't. It felt like, okay, there is gonna be epic boss fight and all that, and nothing. Nothing. Ending. Very bad. 5 out of 5. What? How? Okay, so you didn't bug your speedrun, the final boss. I don't know. Okay, the question is what we should have done so we would have gotten different ending. How? What? Fuck you too, game. Like, what even affected on it? Was it the game style that affected on it? Or the difficulty? Or how many items we got? Or how long time it went with the puzzles? Or enemies we killed? You sold the other half to a Google Meets team. What? Ah. I'm just very confused. Like, very confused. Like, what were we supposed to do to change anything? After a harrowing effort to find her daughter, confront this mysterious master and provide Paul with the answers he needed, convince him she was innocent. They both leave the island empty-handed, with Paul realizing what he had to do. Unable to find any evidence corroborating Alicia's claims or figure out what happened to his long-lost partner, Adrian Bennett, Paul has no choice but to turn Alicia in, where she is sent to the prison and 2 weeks later commits suicide by hanging herself with her cell walls. Just when a series of unexplainable natural disasters begin to throw the world into chaos. Uh-huh. Okay. That was Halloween night. Having a nightmare in the witching hours of Halloween, you dream of the dead waking from the grave. Objective: collect 2000 candles, escape through the museum, and awaken from this nightmare. Collect candies to break the sigils left by the witches. Each area protected by sigil contain new weapon and ammo. Killing zombies rewards you more candies. Must shoot them head only. This nightmare doesn't last long. To reaper from the sky will awaken unless when the timer reaches 0. You must break the hourglasses with knife to an extra time. Killing the zombies with knife will reward you with more time. Only find ammo if you break the barrels or if you kill the enemies dressed as the police. There are many barrels and hidden items, so make sure to tell map layout first. Okay, well, let's try that, but it says, what the fuck? Specific things like not opening certain doors will give other endings, crows, and only available in New Game Plus for one of them. Wait, what? So you're not supposed to open certain doors to get other endings? What? Seriously, what? Also, hi Sabra, one more time. How are you today? That is just... What the fuck? What ending you get? The worst ending, I guess? Hi Chapakasta, how are you today? Here, but just pop to say you're eating Asian food in a restaurant, sushi included. Jealous. So fucking jealous. Backman. Indoors are a sign of all evil. This makes no sense. Yep. Like, there has been multiple ways how to change the endings of the game and all that, but like opening certain doors is doesn't sound like a nice thing at all. Oh no, they gave us word as ending reminding you of any other game. Also weird doors in game always expect us. Yep. I'm actually like unhappy about that ending. Like the game had so much potential, yes, but then like there was so much stuff that just didn't work. Like the portal monsters, for example, that just did not work at all. mode is random. Fuck my life. This is so weird. This is so fucking weird. But hey, at least this makes more sense than the main game. In parts. What kind of messed up mode is this? Nightmare mode or something? Hi Red Lotus, how are you today? This is so fucking weird. Nice. Enjoying your day off because during the weekend. How's Q doing? I'm okay. We just completed the main game and I don't know how to feel about that at all. The ending was meh. Like really meh. And apparently to change the ending we would have needed to not open specific doors or open specific doors, and so yeah, that is something. Fuck. A nightmare over. Work include. Seems like, wow. Okay, I think that mode was interesting, but at the same time, I don't think it is something that I want to keep going. Since headshots for the pumpkins didn't do shit. Yeah, that was... Like, the ending was just... meh. Like, all this way we went through. We hunted so much things. We read so many files, did our best, only to get an ending where there is no boss fight. We just hop in a helicopter and fly away, and that's it. Like, wow.